Oh, checking connection. It's probably crappy. Hi, everybody. It's leg day.
Hi.
She said that. That girl behind me. I'm sorry the air conditioner is probably exceedingly loud. There is nothing I can or will do about that. It's leg day. Ugh! The huge. Let's start with a march. Get your little mini band around your toesies. Right over your little piggies. The huge. I hate that the sound "j" doesn't have like a letter. Alice, if you were gonna write "huge," like the "huge" in a text, what would you say?
Oh.
Right? I have no idea.
Yeah. This is fancy.
Huh? I think there's like the Cyrillic or other whatever languages, alphabets. They have that option. Should. We ain't got it.
Jaja spelled her name. She's funny.
Oh yeah, it was like CZA or
Yeah,
something. It was, yeah. She was like Czech or something. Did you ever notice that the alphabet's in alphabetical order? That's so terrible. She was just making fun of me that I make such bad jokes. And I just made the worst one ever. I think that was a real one. I think that was Steven Weber or something. Steven Weber. He's on Wings.
Oh, that's it. You're
Stephen Wright.
Your hair can be white.
No, that's what you said it looked like when I straightened it. That's right. But as you'll notice, I don't even try right now because it's humid. And what do we do when it's humid? We don't fight it. We accept it. We go with it. And we look like a clown. And insult the clowns. You see what I'm doing? I've got the band around my left, still under my foot, but I curled it around my right ankle to do leg curls. 5, yeah. Right into the belly of the hammy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. I feel the hammy working. You know what else I feel? The standing leg. Working hard to stand. Working hard for the money. We have a treat in store today. We're gonna do it's leg day, and I'm gonna throw some curveballs at you. We're outside the box today. You ain't never done this one. You have, I think, years ago.
Years ago. Oh, muscle memory will kick it right in for that. Years ago.
You hear her voice is coming back? Her authorial voice. Just stick with this light band that you got around your ankles. Big steps to the side. Try to snap that band. Really long strides. Keep those toes not just parallel, but slightly pigeon-toed. Turn them in a wee bit. Big steps. Bye. Whole bunch of reps. There and back, there and back. Lateral walking. I'm going to take 4 more steps. Okay, now switch to a heavier little band. Let's see. Yeah, easily. Put it around your arches again, just like when we march. And now take a pretty wide stance and do some squats. So it's just trying to collapse your feet and kind of make you knock knee. So just fight that. Spread your toes. Spread those fingies, toesies out wide like my fingies are. And now drive your knees apart and squat.
And the fingers of the feet.
The fingers of the feet. Just trying to wake up those ankles a little extra. Basically, the band is trying to collapse your arches. You're fighting to not collapse. Like American democracy. It's fighting to not collapse. Keep going over there.
Great.
Spreading those four corners of the feet, as you like to call it.
Yep.
Check.
To your arches.
Get to that.
To your arches.
My stupid dumb big toes. My dumb big toes do dumb stuff. They kind of curl in like this. I hate them. I hate them.
His feet are good.
That's great.
He shouldn't worry about his toes, he should worry about his arches.
I think because of my toes, my arches. My toes do this, and therefore my arches do that. I think that's my theory. One. Okay. Right from the front, left leg back, reverse lunge. Tap the knee or just come really close. 1, 2, 3.
I have to go fast to catch up.
7, 8, 9. Root. Switch. Now the right leg will go back. 2, 3. That's real stuff, actually. That's a thing trainers can do with clients. Coaches do it with their athletes. You try to destabilize them on certain moves. So you're all kidding aside. I mean, she did it to be violent and cruel, but there's benefits. 8, 9.
My left,
Joints.
my left feels better than mine today.
Plank.
Wow.
Wonky McGee. Hanging out in plunk. Tap your knees. Tap your knees. So my pelvis stays tucked. Think belt buckle to belly button, right? Pull your pelvis up your belly like that. Let your toes fold and tap those knees on the floor. So you're feeling those abs, you're feeling your arms working, but you should feel your quads engage. They are actively locking out your knees at the top. 4 more. Last one. Little child's pose. Just sit back, drive your butt onto your heels, reach your arms in front. Another big breath in. Fun while it lasted. I am sitting on my foot. If you can do that for a second. Just sit on that foot. Kind of rock it back and forth. Play around with it. Make sure that you have this ability if you're going to do the exercise we plan to do later. Switch. Sit on your right foot. Just kind of hang out there. So I'm just literally sitting on my heel. If that is too much work for you, maybe just do this. Support yourself and drive your butt back. Now, it might not work because of quad stiffness, if you're just too tight in there. If that's a huge stretch for your quad, then probably you should be doing this type of movement, type of stretch. If it's knee pain, that's another story. Maybe play around with angles. Sometimes you just need to get things to line up right. You might just need to, wait, where is it? You know what I mean by that. Or it might just be the ankle. All right, that's good and warm. Let's just do a couple quick 90-90s while we're down here. So we're just gonna rock forward. Lift the right up and around. Leave some space between your heels. Put your weight on your right. Put your left behind. Lean forward. Sit back up. Bring the left around. Don't move the right yet. Keep down, keep down, keep down. Now it lifts up. Now reach it around. Lean over your left. Sit up. Right comes up. Keep the left down, left down, left down. Now the right goes down. Lean some schmutz off the carpet. Lean over. High. Fine. Good money. Glitter.
Sounds fun.
On this next one, let's do 5 reps here. Ready? Rotate chest towards the knee. 1, 2, 3. What did I say? 5, 4, and 5. Switch. 1. I'm not encroaching. I'm leaving plenty of space. That was how I corrected compliance. You just want your you just want the knee a little more open. You just want this one, yes. Like right toes to move. All right. Ugh. Check it out. Here's the plan. Option 1, you sit on your foot unassisted. That means you could, that means this. See what I did? I sat on my foot, and then I rise. Okay? Option 2, I should show them. Alice, grab that. Let's run to the kitchen really quick. I'm going to put this clip on this. We're going to come back, but I don't want to hang out in here to do these.
Oh man, I want to do option 2.
You want to do option 2? All right, maybe we'll hang out in here then, so that can stay.
No, but you want to do option 1.
Well, you can do option 1.
Can't.
Check it out, folks. So I've got this up here supporting me, right? You can either hold this, maybe like that. See, I just put my hands through it. I'm gripping the sides. Or if you feel terribly insecure, maybe even put it under your shoulders. Now, it is coaxing me down. It is assisting me. I can even do pistols this way. See this? I could put my left foot in front. But that's not what we're doing today. We're sitting on our foot, all right? So I'm gonna do, yeah, we will stay in here, Alice.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll put a yoga mat down for myself. So I'm sitting on my foot, you see that? Boom, and I try not to use it. A little bit is okay. Now, if that is terribly challenging for you, maybe just go to like here. So I put my knee down, and now I'm coming back up. This would be to, what am I saying? Also, don't take a lunge. It's not that, right? It is this. I literally just kind of tuck my toe under, almost like a little curtsy lunge, and then I just sit down on it. Ugh. See that? Quad, glute, quadglute, glod. All right, I'm gonna switch. And again, I've got it under my back, but you could also, I'll switch for the next view. Could also, yeah, but once I switch. You could also do this. I'll even double up to give myself lots of support. And you can, if that's not enough, you can use 2 bands. You can hold higher. Do whatever you got to make this nice. Nice and friendly so that you can do a lot of reps. Okay. Al's turn. The only problem with doing this in this room is I didn't bring any lip balm. I didn't think it would be here long.
Alright. I'm gonna do it how he did it at first. Around my upper back. That seemed kind of fun. Right foot works.
Right works.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so should I be leaning back?
Maybe a smidge, just a smidge. But then as you descend, you'll kind of tip slightly forward. And that's it. Yeah, there you go. It goes right underneath. Beautiful. So it is a single leg squat variation. There's a thing called the shrimp squat.
Now you're just making stuff up.
Yep. Shrimp squat is very similar. You hold your knee and then you touch your knee to the ground. But don't do that. I like this squat, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what you would call it. I saw somebody one day doing it on Insta. I played with it. I like to describe it as like a crumple. Like you just kind of crumple to the ground, right? Yeah, crumple squat. There you go. Very good. And you can really give yourself a ton of support. Like if you want to, if you have access to a much higher surface, so like, get, how much more of this can I get in frame? I guess I can't. So I'll pan, I'll tilt. So you can see it's only a few feet above her head. Whereas if you have like a tree limb or a rafter of some sort that can be directly above you, like a good 10 feet or so, whatever, more, to anchor it and then have it be straight above you, then you could really be suspended. Very good, Al. So just do both legs, a nice little warm up. And we're gonna repeat this.
Oh, but we're gonna make the next one harder. Aren't
We are. So now I'm going to do it not only without the band, but with additional tension. Let me see which band I want to use.
Do you want us to go back in there for not using this band?
Well, are you going to use it?
Oh. No, I don't have to.
All right, then let's go back in there.
Okay.
Because there is air conditioning in there.
I know. Johnny loves his air conditioner.
I know. So weird like that.
Come. Enter.
All right. Look. So I'm going to do it this way. So I'm stomping on band. I have it on my opposite shoulder. I'm going to lift my foot, and now I'm going to sit on my foot. And I'm going to try to minimize help from that left. So it's like a pistol, right? A pistol would be out here, but I'm just tucking it under me, and I'm trying not to push off with it. And again, you don't have to go that low. You could just do to like there. I don't know why I waited so long to do these in quarantine, because I quite like them.
You've done one at a time.
Thank you, Grace. I think you're wrong. Ugh.
What are you gonna do? Am I gonna do the same thing as you?
I think so. What do you think? What do you want to do? How,
Not this. I know I should.
That was uncalled for, I'm not gonna lie. Overreaction. There you go. Blue on blue. I'm exceedingly out of breath from that. Oh, very good. Very good.
It's not as fast as I expected.
Yeah, because it doesn't kick in at the bottom.
How soon should I allow my foot to touch and the left leg to touch and to come off?
I say do as minimal as possible. Here's what I would say this has more in common with. An ass to grass squat on a balance beam, where you just dangle the leg off. So those gymnasts who do a full squat on a balance beam, they're just hanging that leg straight down. That's a little bit easier than a pistol because it doesn't make your pelvis, like the leg is not in the way. Like if you just do a box, you just get up on a box and do a step down. Well, your foot doesn't hit the ground, it just dangles.
Uh-huh.
You're doing a single leg squat. That's what this is, but the leg gives you a teeny bit of assist. And let's face it, it's a closed chain ankle dorsiflexion exercise. So picture if you had a weight on your toe and you lifted it up and down like that, or a band around your toe anchored to the floor, or like what we do when we march in the beginning of the workout. That is being loaded here a bit. You would not start this on day one. There's a reason, actually, I waited a little while to throw these at people, because we do those marches. We do work our tibialis anterior. Got your nose. Go get it. Why don't they ever follow up with something? They never do anything with it. They take it and then they just give it back.
Oh, you ask like questions if they can smell. You make them look at it, and then you decide to go back.
I would I would tell them I was putting it in the freezer. You want it? Get taller so you can open the freezer and get it back. Maybe by the time you're 12, you can get your nose back. Okay.
You think that'd be 12 to open the freezer?
Yeah. Because a child that I'm treating this poorly, I'm probably malnourishing as well, so it would have stunted growth. In this hypothetical. Yeah. So think of the bottom foot. It's really just like a self-assist, where you just don't have much leverage there, right? But you really shouldn't overload the foot in that position. It can be loaded a little, but you wouldn't do like a single leg squat with this leg in the air and just sit down on this foot. You're liable to, maybe over time, you could progressively overload that and get it strong. And then I'd be very envious of your ankle strength. But like on day one, you don't want to do that. Oh, it's getting harder. Let's not. Thigh. My thigh.
Why do you just sit with your foot?
It does that. That's my anatomy. It wouldn't go that way. It has to go that way. It's following its whatever. Okay. Scots have very anteriorly oriented hip sockets. So Scots, sorry, I have it backwards. I'm thinking of somebody else. Scots have deep hip sockets. That's what Scots have. If you ask a Scot to squat, they might have a hard time getting below there, because a lot of Scots, the hip, the shape of it, basically the femur bumps into the acetabulum much earlier. So that's as high as they can get. Like if you score the joint, if you do that, move it around, you feel like where's, okay, like for me, there is kind of where I have the most flexion available. A Scot, odds are you get to around here. Maybe it's a little higher, but they're not going to get much more than that. So they're not good squatters, but they're good at other stuff. Strongman stuff. And banking. Yeah. And trapping. They settled much of Canada. Well, but the thing I was mixing that up with is some people, I don't know if they have found a specific ethno-geographic, whatever location for this, but some people have a more anteriorly located socket, so they're able to kind of squat here very easily. Some, their knees have to be wide. I'm more comfortable here, but some people, they can be there and be in a perfect ass to grass squat with no problem. All right, how'd you do? We're gonna repeat. I'm gonna try this.
Fantastic.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You're gonna do so well at it.
Ugh. Okay. Ugh. To be honest, it doesn't add that much because the bottom is the hardest. Like from here to here is not a big deal with this exercise. Like any single leg squat, the first like quarter of it is even overloaded. It's not that tough. So the thing with the band is you can see it goes slack there.
When you do it, and you take your left foot out to the side,
Yes.
all I hear in my head is one singular sensation.
Every little squat he takes.
Da 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 da. Dribble. And then ba da da da. Get your mark, Cassie. Ba da da da. Good
We're gonna do
job.
two more. One more. Okay. Yeah. It's a little clashy, but it is.
You're clashing.
You're clashy. I was actually. Oh, we're so navy and stuff. And sharp. What? Smoky. Saturated blue. Gray blue. Very nice. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's kind of a dope variation. Make an overhead squat out of it. Ooh, maybe that'll be our next thing. We'll use the red band and try to do this in an overhead squat. So the red would be under your foot, making a triangle shape. Want to see a creepy video? Speaking of triangles,
Sure.
Greg Glassman, deadlift and tutorial he put on CrossFit's YouTube channel. He's talking about triangle. You want to create a triangle from your I guess your chest to your hands. And he says keep that triangle vertical. Now whatever, I mean that's you can debate that. You can debate that too, but this is why it's creepy. Let's say you're doing the deadlift. He's got the model doing it. He's like, you want to feel it go up the thigh. That triangle goes up the thigh. He's doing that. She's a good sport about it. He's not a man of his time. The fact that he's now out or being ousted. It's like he I think barely dodged the Me Too vote first. Ugh. We're happy to see him. CrossFit was half good, half bad for the world of fitness. All right. Cringy. It's cringy.
And no context except for what you tell me. So I'll just do my own research.
Good answer. I couldn't overhead. I mean, I wouldn't have the mobility for it, but you would. You could hold a bar. Not a bar, well, yeah, the bar. You could hold that overhead. we would be using a band, but oh, 2 more. Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Good job. It's very good.
Whew.
So what else? What else, Mr. Sean?
You mean what's next? Actually, while you're doing that, I'll start setting that up.
Whatever else you want to discuss? Coach.
I say let's put every band we got round ourselves.
It's funny. He is funny.
May turn the AC off once that thing is fully in here, 'cause that would be pretty loud.
And somewhere you want it to be.
Be over there. Yeah, we're gonna do that thing where the Spanish squat, where the band is under the knees, behind the knees rather. Alright, so folks at home, observe. I've got my can you see? We've got band. What am I even pointing this at? I can't see nothing.
You keep talking now.
Why can't I see it? Oh, it's not tilted down enough. There we go. I couldn't tell in the thing. So
Maybe.
here, can you hold this one? Show
Okay.
the folks on Insta. Well, it's totally you. I just could see it's dark in this corner. Capiche? That's in there, right? Now, that's going to be good and tight. I'm going to slip this one through. This is going to be behind my knees. And I'm also going to attempt to put one more band now on myself. All right, that can go.
I have an
out.
idea over here.
Yeah, that it can move now. I just wanted it facing that way for a moment,
Okay.
just so they can see that I anchored it.
Sean has
But you can anchor it in the door instead. We just do this in case they have a treadmill desk right here in their living room.
anything.
All right, so remember this nonsense? I've got that here. Oh, damn. Don't I have to put it? Oh, no way I can snake it through. So I'm going to put that under my feet. Bit by bit, we're figuring out how to do this. So that's trying to unlock my knees. So I am actively engaging my quads when I stand up. Now I'm going to squat down. Today I'm going to go behind my neck. You can put it in front or behind, but I'm going to do that. That way I can feel like I can steer it easier. These are my new suspenders. Don't let it
Dashing.
right? Don't let it get your leg hair. Doesn't feel good. And just a nice high rep set.
Good job, Sean.
Yeah. You know, the hardest part is the lockout. want to, but I think I might put pants on for the next set because it just pinches the skin so much.
You've done a lot of reps.
I think I'm gonna do 2 more. Oh. Buddy, I hate to tell you, I think you're doing the same. Step right up. Oh. That's bloody brutal.
You're really selling it for me. You're really making me excited about it.
Okay, kettlebell.
You're gonna add the kettlebell?
Yeah. And pants.
Okay.
How you doing over there?
I'm okay. I'm still getting set up. All right, let the fun begin.
Yes.
It's just a full squat, right?
Full squat.
Oh, yes. This is one of your outer ones.
Uh-huh. Do you think it needs more bands? As Jacob said, is there nothing this man can't band? I like what you did. You have it over your upper back better than not on the neck.
Yeah, I don't keep my foot there.
Yeah, I concur.
Oh. Boy, I wish I would have counted how many reps you did. Then that would be a good goal for me to work towards. Oh, I know you like to do to failure.
There you are.
Yeah, it's just harder. If I have a number, I can push to the next level. If I don't, then oftentimes once it gets to I hurt, I like, oh, okay, I'm done.
I get you, but if you have a number.
Yeah, if I'm like 3 more, right?
I think 3 is a good number at this point, actually.
Ugh.
It looks like you got 3 in you.
Ugh.
Really good neutral spine. She gets way down there. You can't see it from your angle, but at the very bottom, she reorients her torso a bit. So her tailbone tucks under a little,
Ugh.
and there's not like added weight there because the band has slackened. Très bien.
Thank you, man. Oh, the things we do for strength.
Uh-huh. Go eat carbs. Fill those quads back up with carbs. Put those carbs into your legs.
I preemptively ate a whole bunch of carbs. How does that work
She
out?
carb loaded. Both work. Pre or post. Eat to perform. There's a case to be made for how you reframe your approach to food. And I buy into the idea that if you get in the mindset that you are eating to fuel, to power the workout, that's just a healthier mindset. Especially if you're one who's been prone to disordered eating, you think of food as punishment or reward. And I know the way I'm phrasing it almost sounds like, well, Sean, aren't you saying you're rewarding yourself for a workout? Not so much. Think more of the word fuel. It's more of a necessity. And yes, you're going to enjoy it, and you should enjoy it. Food is to be enjoyed, not not endured. Okay.
Sometimes you endure my cooking.
Ah! I don't know why I got set this way. I make a lot of mistakes. This is one of them, okay? Ugh. I'm gonna make more before the end of the day. Before the day is out, I'm gonna mess up again. Ugh. See? Okay.
Good job, man.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to do what you did and get it more yonder. So you did,
I pulled it over and then I pushed it down.
and then you just kind of shimmied it.
Ah. Yeah, it's where it would be on your upper back. Do you want some help? Yeah. And then I kept my arms and hold it. Yeah, right where it is. Yeah.
How do we do this?
I don't know how you're gonna pick that up. Good job, man. You know, if you want me to do anything with the bands around your legs.
I mean, that's a little annoying. It's okay.
Nice work.
Thanks. That sounds like a fireplace.
Snapping. Good job. The drama. Work.
Histrionics.
Work.
That's it. Done. Never doing that again. You want the kettlebell too? Let's have you do it with the kettlebell. Do 12. Ugh.
Wait, how is this?
Uh-oh. Did I mess it up? It did.
Yeah, how is it?
Oh, no, get that out of there. This is what you get when you mess around with it. I told you not to fool with it. I had it just how I wanted it.
Okay, great. Thank you. I should have just figured that out.
No, it looked like it was tied weirdly.
Okay. All right, I'm working on this, guys. Sorry. The band is flippity floppity. Now it's ready for me. Step in it. Still flippity floppity. Over here. Okay.
Oh, hand you bell. You tell me if you want help getting in position.
Doing the bell too.
Yeah, 12 reps.
That was very, what you said, with authority right there, buddy.
Yep.
Yep, 12 reps.
Yep, power. That girl. She's a good sport. Good sport.
Woof.
Woof. You let me know if you want me to cinch that band down. 1. Nice. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. This is no joke. 7. 8. 9. 10. More.
Nice. Just come forward. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Less ballast.
Yeah. Probably should have done 3 more reps just then, but I didn't do it. Like without the kettlebell. But I didn't do it. Too late.
Too late.
All right. Where to now?
Yeah, I got some good news here. Just have one more thing. I'm just gonna do those hip lifts, those side lying hip lifts, and then we're done. So onto your right side.
I'm gonna do them in this room.
Ah, okay.
Don't let Sean call me out like I'm not doing them, okay, people?
So this is option 1. Option 2, you have the feet stacked. Option 3, you change legs and just do clamshells, okay? Maybe with a band around the knees. But we like this version. So we're up, legs floating, tap. 1, 2, 3. Some of the same muscles that we're working when you did the lateral walks are involved here. Some of the same ones from when you were doing those 90-90s. Your glute max works more when your hip is bent to produce abduction. So if I'm flexed at the hip more, my TFL can't help as much. So if you want to get your booty or the outer thigh more, depends on the hip angle. I can't do any more. I'm gonna rest for a second and then I'm gonna do like a few more. Does that make sense? So this is more butt, this is more outer thigh. I'm not doing 2 sets, so I'm just kind of splitting the difference. If you wanted to do 1 set one way, 1 the other, go for it. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's it. That's it. 0 more. Okay, in between. Check it out. Final exercise for the quaddies. From a kneel to this position. Now, for this, option 1 is to load it and have your toes curled under. Okay, so it's that. Option 2 is that. All right, and with or without the weight. Some days we've done more of that one. We're not doing that today. We're making it more of a regular sit back. If you cramp up, you might have to do this. And if you have crazy tight quads, you might only go like that and you might hinge more like this, okay? I'm choosing to do it more that way. 3 more. My hope with some of these exercises is that they also sneak in mobility work. You know, you could do yoga, you could do kin stretch, you could just do a bunch of rolling around stretching and doing mobility work however you see fit. And if you do, great. But I know there's only so many hours of the day, and I know there's only so much we feel like doing. So some of these exercises, while they're hitting the main muscle groups, they're also sneaking in other stuff, deep ranges of motion. We're building strength and mobility. And also we're filling the time between sides. Instead of just sitting there and me telling you about my day, we did that. Momentary breather. This will be the last, and then you're done. It's carb time. Carb and protein time. But Sean, I don't do your workouts. This is the first one I've tuned into, and all I did was watch. Do I still get to eat a bunch of carbs? I mean, just, you know, that's where you got to start really thinking moderation. Carbs aren't the enemy, but if you're sedentary and you're eating surplus sugar, long term that could lead to a little diabetes. So, you know, better to put carbs to work. Okay. I'm gonna crab walk over here. and bid you adieu. How'd we do? 50 minutes. That sounds about right. All right, YouTube, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye. And all right, Instagram, have a wonderful day.